Hi, welcome to the TBR Podcast. Two bitches reviewing, and Brady. Three bitches reviewing. Still works. My name is Kelcie, and I have seen Doctor Who a million bajillion times.
I'm Bree. I've seen it one time, basically. I've never seen it.
She's never seen it.
I've never seen it.
She's never seen it. At least
I've seen the first season one time. The rest, never seen it.
Yeah. Brady?
And I've seen it twice-ish. Some of it I haven't seen, though.
Y'all, we gotta make it choppy.
Ooh.
We gotta make things choppy. I'm Kelcie. I've seen Doctor Who a million times. Bree, never seen Doctor Who. Brady, seen it twice.
We'll just...
Y'all making it too complicated. They don't need to know the details of your life.
Check the description. We'll have every episode we've ever seen.
I want to preface this video.
Yes.
Preface? It's more of a statement. Fuck you, you're a bitch. Oh!
Yes. Yes, I am. And why is that, Bree? Please elaborate.
No, because you've been setting me up this whole time. Because then the show starts. Sorry, I know we're going to get into a whole da-da-da. Hi, my name's Rose Tyler, and this is the story of how I die. I almost paused it to text her she's a bitch.
But I literally told you that.
And exactly again?
In the last reviewing episode, I was asking Bree what she thought was going to happen. And she was like, no, Rose is going to die. She's going to die. She's going to die. And I said, okay. Oh my gosh. It's like, oh, I'm Rose Tyler. And this is how I die. Quoting the beginning of the thing. So if you knew, you knew. And, you know, I see you and you see me.
If this camera was off, violence would be ensuing.
No, cut, and I have a bruise on my eye. And what does it translate to?
Bad Wolf Bay.
Bad Wolf Bay.
Okay. Get into it before I start.
Okay. So, if you didn't know already by the title, we watched the season finale of season 2, Doctor Who, episodes 12 and 13.
Yeah.
So, episode 12, Army of Ghosts. It was directed by Graham Harper and written by Russell T Davies. It premiered July 1st, 2006. The Doctor and Rose visit Jackie and learn that for a few months, the Earth has experienced silhouettes which appear at a certain time each day around the world. The public have accepted these as ghosts. However, the Doctor thinks that they are the impressions of something forcing its way into the universe and tracks the source to the headquarters of a secret organization known as Torchwood, hidden in Canary Wharf. Torchwood's director, Yvonne Hartman, reveals that the ghosts are a result of a breach in the universe created by a spherical void ship, which is being studied at Torchwood. 3 employees at Torchwood are manipulated to open the breach, which breaks down and causes millions of the ghosts to appear worldwide and shift into their true form, the Cybermen from the parallel universe. However, the Cybermen merely followed the void ship through the breach, and the ship is revealed to contain 4 Daleks. So we got 2 of the most famous Doctor Who aliens.
I feel like just recently, you were like, we're going to see them both again.
Huh?
Don't know if you said it at the same time. Might have, I don't know. But I was like, no!
At the same
time. Ate me up. That was so good.
Brady, what do you think about it? Just initial thoughts.
Some of the best Doctor Who that's ever been made. Like, it's so good. Cybermen and the Daleks, like, their confrontation when they meet each other.
Oh my god.
It's my favorite thing
Oh my god,
ever.
my favorite. No. The Daleks? Okay, no, for the very beginning though.
We really got to go through this because there's so much.
Yeah, from the very beginning, I was like, what the fuck's going on? Because, like, it had that, like, I don't know if it's on purpose, but, like, that shine, like, misty look to it, you know? Like, it's like a dream sequence kind of feel. But then Miss Jackie, she was being real weird.
Yep.
She was being real weird. I was like, okay, are we in, like, a parallel universe? Are we in some sort of weird, I don't know? Because, like, she was being way too, like, Yeah, of course he is. Oh, cool. No. Yeah, immediately I was like, no, something's off. Don't like it. Couldn't trust it. And then when the ghost.
I was like, did you trust they were ghosts?
No.
Did you know they were Cybermen?
No.
What do you think they were? Just another new alien?
Yeah. I was just like, they don't move like a regular human. I had no thoughts. I was just like, no, don't trust that. Don't like that.
You know what they kind of reminded me of? The Gelf.
The what?
The Gelf from when we met Miss Gwyneth and you loved her, the Rift. And
yes.
And
and
they came out.
Yes.
They were the gas creatures. Yeah.
Absolutely.
The silhouette, or like not the silhouette, but like the way that it was CGI'd reminded me of the way they CGI'd them. Like when the one came out of her and was like behind her.
Yeah.
It it had that same
Actually,
vibe.
that's what I thought.
Yeah, no,
I was like, no, it's from Gwyneth.
Oh my god, Gwyneth. The gal.
The Galf.
Do you remember that episode, Brady?
Yeah, it's the Charles Dickens one, right?
Yeah.
My guy.
Yeah.
I've seen it twice-ish.
I know, but you didn't rewatch season 1 with us. Only the one episode or 2 episodes.
Yeah. Just the Sylvain.
Yeah, so we're with Jackie, and she's like, oh, guess who's coming? Your grandfather. And Rose is like, what? He's dead. Like, she's gone crazy. Like, the doctor's just like chilling. Like, he's like, yeah, okay, cool, whatever. And then, we see the ghosts for the first time. Which, they were a little weird.
Yeah.
What do you think of the CGI for that, Brady?
Little funky, but it works. You know, honestly, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it was funky, but it was solid.
It fit. The funkiness fit.
The funkiness fit.
Yeah.
New merch alert! The funkiness fit. Actually, that kind of slays.
I know. Hold on, write that down.
But that was also such a weird shot where it's just like, okay, stand in the middle of the room and then like just pan.
Yeah.
As it like, and then they had like CGI and it walks so fast over to the other side of her and just stands there.
Oh man.
What did you think of, so once we get into this, the doctor's like, oh my god, how many are there? You know, looking around. Okay, actually, first, the doctor asks Jackie, you know, all these questions about, you know, when did this happen? When did this start?
Yeah.
And Jackie's explaining, and I think it's really interesting. She makes this note to the doctor. She says, they came around how many months ago? You were nowhere in sight. So we had to figure it out on our own. Now, I think that's really interesting for Jackie to say, because Jackie now has this concept that if something bad is happening to the earth, the doctor's gonna come and save them.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people who know about the doctor and who have, you know, worked with the doctor probably have the same ideology.
Absolutely.
What did you think of that, though? Brady?
Agreed.
I don't know, because of course you expect the doctor to come, but it's interesting how they all kind of got over it, and also weird how everyone's just okay with ghosts being around. They're like, yeah, whatever.
It's in the TV shows and in the commercials.
Well, but do you think that it's a good expectation to have? Like, do you think that...
No.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No,
that's why they got Torchwood.
Yeah.
Do you think that Torchwood also assumed and expected that the doctor would come and save them if this was bad? So they were like, you know what? Since the doctor is not here, it's not a total disaster. We're going to do our thing and research this and you know, make our money off of this.
I mean, it also seems like, they were trying to exploit it, obviously.
Sure,
they were generating power. Mm-hmm. I think like 500 gigawatts or something. I think that's what they said. I can't remember.
Probably.
But they were so excited when they saw the TARDIS, like when they were able to pinpoint its location. I'm curious if part of what they were doing was trying to get the doctor there so they could steal his TARDIS.
You think?
Maybe.
Okay.
Because they brought him in and then stole his TARDIS.
Right.
But,
yeah, so, because in that moment, the doctor's like, okay, I'm going to figure out what these are. TARDIS, Jackie is with them in the TARDIS. And I really want to talk about this conversation between Jackie and Rose.
Yeah, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
No, she feels it.
She's so wise when it comes to relationships and life.
Yeah.
Do you have direct quotes of that conversation, Brady? Can you pull them up?
I believe so.
Like, don't underestimate Miss Jackie.
No, Miss Jackie is wise.
Yeah.
She's been through it. And she's going to be there for her daughter, though. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Miss Mer.
Just like Pan is my daughter, and I am here
Always
for
there.
her.
Oh, yeah, she was talking about, when I'm dead, you won't have any reason to come back.
Yep.
There'll be this strange woman on some planet 1 billion miles from Earth. She's not Rose Tyler. Not anymore. She's not even human.
What'd you think of that?
I was like, first, ate her up. Second, true. I feel like we were literally just talking about that, like, the doctor's changing into Rose changed doctor, and they're coming to, like, this weird, is she
like
human?
half alien,
What
half
is
human.
she? You know? Jackie got that right off the bat. And I think that's probably what would have happened.
Right?
I mean, like how Rose was saying to the cult of Skaro, how she, had the time vortex and poured it into the Emperor Dalek's mind and killed
Murdered
him. Like, she has done so much. Like, she's so far beyond anything a human has ever done.
Yeah.
Let alone Time Lords.
Yeah.
So, like, I could totally see her not feeling at home with humans anymore, or like on Earth where none of that stuff is.
Well, it'd be boring.
Because, like, yeah, once Jackie, like, if Jackie had died, why would she go back there?
Yeah, because Mickey's not there anymore. He's on the parallel world.
Her dad's dead. Yeah, I could definitely see them just never, unless, like, oh, let's go back and just, why not, for fun.
Sure.
But not to raise type of nostalgia or anything. That's crazy.
Yeah. I just like that moment. Damn. Really calling her out.
Yeah.
Also, sorry, Jackie just being like emotionally smart and stuff, like makes me think of the other episode where it was the Absorbaloff.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
how she was like talking with, what's his name? The main guy.
Yeah.
And how she's like so mature and like, oh, I was being silly. You need to get out of here and stuff. Like, she's so very comfortable in like dealing with people and understanding emotions and understanding how people work.
Mm-hmm.
So,
do we think that that's been an arc for her recently, like since meeting the doctor? Because remember, and Brady, you didn't rewatch it, but in season 1, when we first see Jackie, she's on the phone, yapping with her girlfriends, telling Rose, like, oh, like, you gotta get compensation. We gotta get you on the news. We gotta get money. And like, very, like, seemingly one-dimensional in a way.
Yeah.
Like, just chatty Cathy. Doesn't seem to be, a working gal. And, like, very mature either, because like when the doctor first comes in, she's in her bedroom and she's like in a bathroom. She's like, oh, there's a strange man in my bedroom and I'm just wearing this. Yeah. And he's like, nope, bye. Yeah. It's like, it was giving like kind of floozy.
Yeah. Like, Rose kind of really took care of her. Yeah. I also say, like, meeting the doctor, that kind of forced her to have an arc, because, like, yes, Rose is going through all that stuff. Like, your daughter is going through all those things. Exactly. You're experiencing things when they, the aliens come to Earth. It's like, I feel that's going to affect you no matter what. To be like, hey, real life. It's just actually going down. Your daughter could die. You could die. The Earth could, so I feel like that forced her to be like, all right, I can't be too, like, ditzy.
Yeah, that's a better word. Yeah. And, like, even her, she's been in life and death situations now. Yeah. And I feel like that does kind of maybe bring out life is more than just this. I can be a better person. I can do more with my life. What do you think, Brady?
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, any person the doctor touches.
That's what I'm saying.
He affects them.
Yep. Whether for the good, for the bad.
Yeah.
I think for Jackie it was good.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so they find out, that, okay, we can see where these are being transmitted from or whatever. And the people at Torchwood are watching and they see the doctor, like you mentioned, Brady. They see the TARDIS. They're like, oh my God, right away. They know it's him. And they're like, everyone get ready. Come on. Yeah. And then doctor's excited. He's like, okay, guys, to Rose, hey, let's go, Rose. Yeah. And she's like, yeah, my mom's still on board. And he's like, don't tell anyone that I traveled with your mom. Why is she here?
You got a reputation to uphold.
Yeah.
Also, why is he so mean to Jackie all the time? Like, part of it is like, is he trying to put on this facade for Torchwood because he can tell that they're like kind of bad, or maybe he's like trying to test like, is their admiration real? Like, if I'm a dick in front of them, can I make them question me? Mm-hmm. Or are they just going to keep up the
little charade or whatever?
Exactly. Yeah. So how much of that berating was authentic? Yeah. Because she was ready to beat the shit out of him.
Yeah. Because he pulls her out instead of Rose, saying, yeah, this is Rose Tyler. She looked in the time vortex, aged 50 years.
Delusional.
Yeah. And I mean, I definitely think it was an act, for sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But like, why?
I
like,
think,
you know?
I think Brady's on the nose on that. And yeah, he knows. He doesn't trust them. He, these are also people with guns pointed at them, like a army of people. Yeah. And he's like, right away, if you're holding a gun in the doctor's eyes, that doesn't make you a good person.
I wonder also if it was to like protect Jackie as well, because like Rose is gonna, make like have her separate so she can like get me out of this or help us, whatever. But also for Jackie, like, I don't want them to think she's too important to me, so like they can like, okay, well, kill, like, harm her to get to you, like.
Yeah, I think
in a way
so.
Is that too,
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, but I love when they're about to go out and meet Torchwood. Rose is like blocking the door, like, you can't. They all have guns, and he's like, yes, and I don't. And that means I have the higher ground, or the higher moral ground.
Yeah. They can shoot me dead, but the moral high ground is mine.
Yeah. I just love that. Mm-hmm. It just sums up the doctor.
Literally, it was so funny. This is a good episode.
Right? So many good one-liners, and then it's deep, but there's funny. Yes. Yeah. And so, because I will say, I think they did really well balancing this 2-part episode. Because usually I feel like the first episode of a 2-parter is kind of like,
like a setup kind of.
But this felt
like its own
really good. Yeah. So kudos to them on this one. Mm-hmm. And so they're going in, and we now know, okay, this is Torchwood. Mm-hmm. And he's like, huh? Like, Torchwood, I know that name. And she's like, yeah, you're an enemy of the crown. And he's like, oh, right, from Tooth and Claw, when we had the werewolf and Queen Victoria. Yeah. So that was a cool callback to that. And then, again, we've heard Torchwood. Yeah. With, they shot down on Christmas. Yeah. That and everything. So it was fun to get those little nuggets.
Yeah.
And also interesting how Torchwood is now like focused on becoming or like making a British empire again.
Yeah.
So like potentially controlling the world maybe is their end goal, but just stealing
alien
technology. They saw that one ship and they're like, yeah, we shot it down and stripped it.
Yeah.
And they've got like particle accelerators.
He's like, you guys are in the 20th century. You shouldn't be having these. Or 21st century, whatever.
Yeah. Which this is totally against what the Doctor believes in.
Yeah.
And I do just want to make a note that in Classic Who, there is a group that is focused on alien intelligence, and it's called a unit. And UNIT does still exist in this universe.
Are we going to see them?
We will see them a little bit. And the Doctor is actually part of that group. Back in Classic Who, he like worked with them and was kind of an employee with them.
Okay.
So, but that means, the Doctor had a relationship with them. They're better. They're not perfect.
So it's like UNIT?
Yeah, UNIT.
UNIT versus Torchwood?
Torchwood. Okay. Like, because I think, they're both, exactly, like opposite ends. UNIT is the government. and they're working for alien intelligence, but it seems like they're not doing what Torchwood is doing, which is
taking it and using it. Yeah,
exactly, and exploiting it.
It seems like Unit is more of what the parallel universe of Torchwood is.
Yeah.
So it seems like the parallel universe kind of turned their Torchwood into Unit in a way.
Ooh,
kind of.
I like that.
Yeah.
Or just made Torchwood not evil.
Yeah.
Well, we'll find out later, because we've mentioned before that there is a spinoff called Torchwood.
Yeah.
And it's a new and improved Torchwood.
When does it happen?
So it doesn't really say in the show, when, like in Doctor Who, but we can allude to the timeline when we watch Torchwood, the spinoff, that it does happen after Canary Wharf. The Battle of Canary Wharf. Yeah. And it's after that. It's sometime after that.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. All right.
We also find out that the ship that came in, this void ship, is like created this tear in the universe that they've been firing these particles at to excite it or whatever and reopen it for a certain amount of time.
Which is what lets in the ghosts.
Exactly, yeah. And the doctor's like, you can't do that, whatever. And then they show him the void ship, and he starts talking about what it is, that it was a theory. And the only other time that I've heard the doctor speak about things outside of time and space was the Devil episode.
Yeah.
And in this, he calls the void, some people call it hell.
Yeah.
So kind of a cool little tie between the two.
Yeah. Which is interesting, though, because we do learn later that it's Time Lord technology.
Yeah.
Which is interesting that he wouldn't know, but it's also interesting that he would still call it hell.
Wait, the void ship was Time Lord?
Well, like, what was
I thought it was only the Genesis Arc that was Time Lord tech.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
But also, very interesting
sometimes
that it looks just like the Daleks.
Huh?
Before they, like, say it was like a prison ship, whatever. But I was like, dang.
The Genesis Arc had the same
like
shape.
Kind of looked like a Dalek.
I think it was built to imprison Daleks.
Yeah. But I was like, before they had said that, I was like, oh, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
It's the same shape and size.
Yeah.
I wonder what's in there.
But then here, what's really interesting is, again, we have Rose alone, stepping up, playing doctor almost. She takes his psychic paper and is going around.
It's a costume.
Yeah.
Again, just reiterating the fact that Rose has become
the confidence in her. Because before it's like, where's the doctor? I need a doctor. Like, I can't do anything without the doctor. Now it's like, all right, I've been with him enough, got the experience. What would he do? You could tell her getting that mindset and like, all right, let's go in, try to figure things out, be just like the doctor.
Yeah.
She does it well.
She does it well.
She does, you know, and yeah, she goes in, she's like work, you know, go in. Oh, hi, I was told, like, blah, 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 I'm looking for, you know, this man. And the only reason that she doesn't get away with it is because Torchwood, their employees are trained on psychic paper. That's the only reason. Yeah. Otherwise, no, I think she would have.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Go back a little bit.
Okay.
Because that part pissed me off a little bit.
I know exactly what you're going to say.
I was very excited, but then it got pissed me off. Okay.
Yeah.
So she gets the lab coat on.
Yeah.
Okay. Then it's like, we see somebody in a coat walking. And she's like, all right, bet. I'm going to follow them.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Whatever. Following them. Oh, who's in the coat that she's following? Da 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 da. Then she gets to the little thing. That's when she's like, second paper. Da 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 da. And it didn't work. And then who do we see? Is it right then that we see?
So you see the back of his head.
Yeah.
And so she's talking with the main guy, and chit-chatting. He's like, yeah, so I'm going to need to call security, you know, they said some sort of name. It wasn't Mickey, but it was like, hey, whatever, come, you know.
Yeah.
Gladly. And he's all smirking. Mickey Smith.
I screamed. I said, Mickey?
Because he thought we'd never see him again.
We should have never seen him again.
What did you, in that moment, what was your thoughts on that? You're like,
first, Mickey! I was
Mickey?
screaming. I was so excited. I was like, no. Chill. Other half, Rose, hello. She said, "Seen him?" Yeah.
No, she was like, she was a little wide-eyed, but she's like, I have to play along.
No, she was not. No, she wasn't. This is, Brady is Mickey. This is.
Okay.
She's like, okay, yeah, da, 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 da. Then boom, not whatever they did. It's good to see you. Just so relaxed.
She was not.
Just willy-nilly. One, you were never supposed to see him again. Mickey, you're known him your whole life. You're a boyfriend. Da 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 da. You thought he'd been gone months and months and months, and it's just like.
No, see, I think that she clocked him and was like, okay, I have to go along with this, and I have to like pretend I don't know him. Okay, she's trying to figure out what's going on.
She wasn't wide-eyed. She just stared normally.
Yeah.
No, but you could
there was
see,
that look of recognition.
There was a
But that could have been anyone I know. It's like, all right, cool.
But like for that other guy, he would not have been able to tell.
Yeah, she was playing it cool.
Under control. Yeah.
No. I mean, she was, but like.
I don't know. I'm with my girl.
But she had like no outward emotion on surprise. We would assume that's what she felt.
She was holding it in.
Yes.
Even when.
We couldn't see it.
I could see it. Could see it.
Yes.
Because even afterwards, even after the guy, whatever, she's with Mickey now, it was just like, all right, what do we gotta do? But, hello? I'd be like, what the?
Well, no, he explains right away, though, what's going on.
Yeah, I'm just here, blah, blah, blah. But she's still like, good to see ya. Good to see ya. Like he's been traveling around the same Earth, just doing his own thing.
Well, because also the Daleks right away. And like shit's going down. The Cybermen are now
Don't piss me off right now. There should have been a lot more. Oh my god!
Okay, what do y'all think? In the comments. Was Rose's reaction to Mickey being there
too watered down? Hello? You were never supposed to see him again. And he is in the room with you. And all she says, it's good to see you again.
Yeah.
I've been pissed off on this for days. Anyways, please carry on.
Okay, so also fun fact about this, two-parter. This season finale was filmed right after the Parallel Universe episode. The one where Mickey? Yeah. Oh. It was filmed right after just to ensure that the actors who played Mickey and Pete and the other guy were available. Got so they actually filmed this way before.
Yeah.
But they kept these two episodes, especially the next one, very secret. Very secret. They did not want anyone to know that there were Daleks and Cybermen both together. They also didn't want people to know how Rose was going to leave.
Yeah.
So they did not give this to critics to watch beforehand.
I was like, how do they keep it?
Interesting.
And for the next episode, the finale, the goodbye, only a couple people were given the script, not the whole production. So it was for that scene specifically. So it was very hush-hush, secret.
Dang.
Yeah.
That was good.
Mm-hmm.
Little comment on Mickey. He was looking good.
He was
looking good.
You missed him.
He's a man.
I know.
Like he is a
grown up. I feel like he's
anymore.
turning into Ricky. I feel like I was like, yes, he look good. Proud of him.
Yeah.
But when Rose was talking to him and he was just keeping eye contact with the thing, I was like, he's independent now.
Yes.
He is Mickey.
Yeah.
He's really grown into his own.
I love it.
Again,
it's cool to see him strong.
Yeah. Yeah, especially from the very first episode where he's all literally on the ground grabbing Rose's leg, like, oh, don't go.
He's like, I can't be seen like that again.
Yeah.
No. He really stepped up.
He's grown into himself for sure. Yeah. But no, right when I seen him, I was like, where's Pete? Or what's the
Pete, the father?
No.
Oh, the other guy. Clark? No. I don't know. I don't remember.
Where's the guy? I was like, not you. Where's your boy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was waiting for that. That his own interest.
So at this point, the Void ship is opening.
Yeah.
And also with the Doctor and Jackie and Yvonne, they're finding out Ooh. So he does the thing with the glass. He's explaining, okay, when you open the void so many times, blah, 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 let things through. You know, it's all going to crack and explode.
Yeah.
And we also didn't talk about here these 3 employees.
Yeah.
So they, you know, were 2 of them sneaking off to have a little snog.
Yeah.
And, some screams and machine noises. Did you get that, like, kind of, oh, wait, that sounds familiar? Or were you just still, like, confused at that point? Didn't know it was Cybermen?
I had, like, a little tinkle.
A little tinkle
of familiarity. But I was like, I don't know.
Okay.
But then I was like, my guys!
Yep.
Who did I say they look like?
From Star Wars or
Yeah.
something? I don't know.
Who?
The
Cybermen.
Cybermen.
They're like, specifically, I think they're
Do you know Star Wars?
A little bit.
Do you know that he's like a robot-y guy and he has like these little like spider kind of arm thingies? Oh my god, why can't I think of his name? He always has like 4 lightsabers.
Oh, General Grievous.
Yes. I was like, Mr. Grievous! Looks just like them. So I was like, the Cybermen! No, I was really excited. I was like, oh my god, we're seeing them again! Because I think we saw them first before we knew the Daleks were there, right? We seen like the reveal of...
Yeah, the Cybermen first.
Yeah. So I was like, no, they're back!
So, yes. What?
No, sorry, go ahead.
So
Continue,
then,
I
guess. So, another reference to the parallel universe is they have the 2 little head ear thingies, and they're very like do. And then they get the 3rd guy put in, linked in.
Yeah.
And then when Yvonne ultimately goes with what the doctor says and says, stop the transmission, let's talk about this.
Okay, wait. This might have happened before. Okay, remember when, let's go first now, she, couldn't find him, didn't know what's going on. I'm about to go back, and then she finds the Cyberman, okay?
Wait, who?
The girl.
Yvonne?
No,
no,
the girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who?
Nothing. It's not even her. That girl, yeah, the employee.
The employee, yeah. So she can't find the boyfriend, and then she finds the Cyberman.
Do we actually see the Cyberman?
No.
No.
But they were chatting online, and then they both go into the construction room.
Okay, wait. So she goes, can't find the boyfriend.
I think you see the silhouette of the Cyberman behind the sheet.
Oh, and then we hear the screaming and the...
I think so, yeah.
And then she comes back and then tells him hey, come. All right?
Oh, yeah, it's a little later that she's sending a message
yeah, the 3rd
there's
guy.
something cool. I want to show you.
Yeah.
He's all right.
And then he gets...
Yeah. But when did the boyfriend...
He was there. He was the first one to get... Because when he disappeared, she couldn't find him.
Right.
It's alluded that they took him.
Okay. But then, when they went back for the 3rd guy, I think she was doing a thing. I swear she was she's obviously whatever, okay? Mm-hmm. And then the boyfriend, he was just what? Or he was being a regular person.
No, that was the 3rd guy. Because they're trying to get him, the 3rd guy.
Okay. I was just that's weird, because I thought he was already...
Yeah, no, that was a different one. Different guy.
Okay. I'll clarify that. All right, cool. Never mind.
Yeah. And so they end up doing the transmission, opening it back up, getting it started, and then they're like, what's going on? Why are you doing that
right now?
It bothered me so much that it's just take their keyboards away. Do something.
They're like... What are they doing?
They're like, oh, we can't stop it. They're people. Just lift their hands. I don't know. Unplug the computer.
Yeah, push something.
You could do so many things. But they're all just leaning over. I'm like,
yeah.
Fuck.
I know.
But so, doctor's like, oh, I've seen this before. And then Yvonne pulls out the thing and you see the tail slimy. It was in the brain.
That was nasty.
It was so gross.
Yeah. Yeah, it was gross. It was
gross. Yeah.
Like the slime drooping.
Okay, thank you.
And so then this is, oh shit, it's the Cybermen. And they all start appearing. There's way more of them.
Yeah.
And then they solidify, and instantly they're getting to work.
Yeah.
They're killing humans, capturing them, getting in them in their homes, and everyone's freaking out.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
And, yep, Rose and stuff, they're like, what's going on? The transmission, what? And then, yep, the void ship starts opening for the first time. Oh my god, what's going on? And it's the fucking Daleks.
What?
And that's where it ends, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that situational irony or dramatic irony where they're Daleks, but like seeing the Doctor react to seeing that they're Daleks.
Well, the
like
Doctor
that,
hasn't seen the Daleks yet.
I know,
don't
but he sees them on video.
I thought that was
maybe that's their confrontation. Is that at the beginning of next
that's
episode?
next episode.
Oh, scratch it.
Well, no, keep going. Keep going.
But I just love that. Like just seeing it dawn on him is like
that like
so
this
good.
is the worst possible thing that could ever have happened.
Oh, we're fucked.
Yeah. So what do you guys rate this episode?
Quick question.
Yeah.
Because remember when the thing was opening, Mickey's like, I've got right where I want and we followed da 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 da. Did he know those Daleks?
No.
He thought they were Cybermen.
Yeah.
Because all the Cybermen left their world.
Oh, and they went to follow them.
And they followed him. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Because he was like, I know exactly what they, or, got the gun, get them. Okay. Never mind.
So what would you rate this episode?
What would I rate this episode? Come back to me. I gotta think on this.
What would you rate?
A 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Solid.
Yeah.
That was a quick one. That was a quick one. I'm gonna do 8.5. Because Rose pissed me off with her reaction to Mickey. I couldn't stop thinking about it.
I'm gonna give this a 9 as well.
Yeah.
Really solid.
This is the story of how I died. Don't be stupid.
I love the Doctor in this episode. Yeah. I love him being excited at the beginning. Oh, what's this thing? Like, it's his usual sort of, like, excitement.
Yeah.
And then the discovery of what's actually happening and his just, like, you guys are, like, stupid. Like, his kind of hatred of humans kind of bubbles up where he's like, Yvonne, like, listen to me, please. And then when she's not, he's like, well, do it. Do it. I'm fine. I'm right here. Yeah. No, please, please. Like his reverse psychology is just top tier here. I feel like his energy in this whole episode and even the next one is just chef's kiss. Like this is the Doctor in his glory. This is him in like his element in a way.
Yeah.
Which is sad for him that being at war is an element is him in his element, but it is. And it's like these are the two classic Doctor Who aliens. Like these are his worst enemies.
Yeah.
Both here.
Yeah.
In number.
At least on the Cybermen. So
yeah.
I love this. Yeah.
All right, 8.75.
I got a little bit.
How good of an actor is David Tennant?
I fucking love him.
I've been watching his facial expressions. I'm like, damn.
There's so much.
He eats
There's
it up.
Good. So much depth.
Yeah. I love this man with all my heart.
Yeah.
Y'all know I go hard for David Tennant.
Yeah.
Brady, I would leave you in a heartbeat.
Absolutely.
I'd leave you in a heartbeat for him too. So.
He's so talented.
Yeah.
And let's even put his talent aside. Him as a human being.
Top tier.
He is such a good person.
Yeah.
And he's an advocate for so many things and people. And he's just so great.
Great guy.
I love this man.
More than Brady.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, he's a really great actor. Like, you can tell he's enjoying playing the Doctor.
Yes.
I feel like he just gives it its all. Like, you can really see, like, I'm enjoying my time.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
If you guys did not watch our season 1 Christmas episode, the episode 14, where It's the first episode with David Tennant. I gave you all the facts and fun little things about David Tennant, so please watch that if you want to know more about him. If you don't, we talk about it there.
Yeah.
But he's just, overall, super talented, great guy.
Yes.
So there's not too many things that, like, fun facts that I want to say about this one, because it kind of goes into the next one, and the next one I want to get into. But, so episode 13 is the second part of this season finale.
Doomsday.
Again, directed by Graham Harper, written by Russell T Davies, and it premiered July 8th, 2006. So.
Imagine waiting a week.
Oh my god.
We're spoiled nowadays.
Thank you, though. The 4 Daleks, later identified as the Cult of Skaro, have brought a device known as the Genesis Ark through the breach and declare war on the Cybermen, and the 2 races begin fighting worldwide. Meanwhile, the Doctor has discovered that Jake Simmons, Pete Tyler, and Mickey, who masqueraded as a Torchwood employee and is with Rose and the Daleks, have been able to travel between the universes. The Cult of Skaro is keeping Rose and Mickey alive because they, being time travelers, would activate the Genesis Ark, which the Daleks are incapable of as it is stolen Time Lord technology. The Doctor plans to open the breach, which will pull in anyone who has crossed the void, including the Daleks, Cybermen, and Rose's family, and then close the breach. Rose refuses to reside in the parallel universe and stays to help the Doctor, but she is unable to hold on and becomes marooned in the parallel universe. The Doctor is able to transmit his image through one of the final breaches, and the 2 share a tearful goodbye before a mysterious woman in a wedding dress appears in the TARDIS. This was all over the place. So, this episode is historic for Doctor Who. Because, for many reasons, but for what I think is the most historic, is this is the first time ever in Doctor Who history, including classic Who, that the Daleks and the Cybermen are seen on screen together in the same frame. They have been seen in the same episode before, but never in the same room together. So this is the first time ever that this has happened.
It was amazing.
Yeah,
was amazing.
Their interaction is top tier.
Oh my god.
And now, for something that really got me when I learned about this fun fact.
No.
This is for you readers out there. And if you watch our other episodes, our normal TBR episodes, y'all know one of my absolute favorite series is His Dark Materials.
Okay.
And Russell T Davies knows Philip Pullman. Who wrote His Dark Materials.
Damn.
Cold chills.
And he took inspiration from those books into this episode. And I had never made that connection before, which is actually nuts. But once you know, and I was like, stop. I was like, stop.
That got me.
That is Lyra and Will.
Bree, pretend you're sad. That got me.
But that is Lyra and Will. Rose and the Doctor.
I hate you even more for that now.
I know. I hate myself too.
I'm about to walk out the room.
And if y'all haven't seen the show His Dark Materials or read the books, please do, because it is so good, top tier. And then you'll be able to make the connection with us and understand the devastation.
If you want that heartbreak again. Oh my god! I
know! I know. Isn't that crazy? Right?
You should have saved that to the end, because now I'm speechless. The rest of the time, I'm quiet. My god!
And Philip Pullman, the author of His Dark Materials, was flattered by the references in the episode.
Start of the episode before I start crying.
Okay. So, we're in literally the middle of hell.
Yeah.
The Daleks have emerged. The Cybermen have emerged. They know shit's about to go down.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, the video feed pops up, and the Doctor is able to see, okay, Daleks are talking to them. Yeah, we have, we want whatever we want. I don't know. They always want something, right?
And the Cybermen are like, transmit everywhere on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we got you. And they had a clip where it's like a family cuddling. There's like a Cyberman just standing there.
Yeah. Well, they're like
How
cowering.
horrifying.
Yeah. Terrifying.
And then we have my favorite confrontation.
Oh.
So the
Great
Cybermen, and the Daleks, they meet each other.
This is the best scene.
And Cybermen are like, identify yourselves. And the Daleks are like, no, you identify yourselves first. And they're like, no, we're gonna, you do it first. And then the Daleks are like,
No,
Daleks
you.
are not inferior, you are inferior. I don't know. And they're like, you have identified yourselves as the Daleks. And they're like, well, we know that you're the Cybermen. Our intelligence is greater. And the Cybermen are like, okay, slay, but like, why don't we work together?
Right.
And the Daleks are like,
propose an alliance.
we do not work with others. Like, do you have the direct quotes you want to say?
Oh my god, the whole scene, I love it. Also, the Daleks go crazy.
They were literally,
I was rooting for 'em.
yeah,
I was like, all right, go ahead.
slay.
I think at that point, Cybermen are like, so you choose war. And they're like, this is not war, this is pest control. We would destroy the Cybermen with one Dalek.
Yeah, because they're like, how many are you? We are 500,000 or whatever it is. And they're like, how many are you? 4. And I love that the Cybermen say something about like something is, it could be a sense of ambition or a beauty or something, or I don't know. They say something, and then the Daleks do not have, we don't have that. Never mind.
Where is it, Brady?
Where is it? Pull it up.
Pull it up.
Where's the transcript?
So good. It's so funny. Request denied.
That might be my favorite interaction in all of Doctor Who.
Yes. Nothing will top that for me. I don't think so.
It's so good.
Unstoppable force meets immovable object.
Really good.
Oh my god.
So,
Okay.
I have a quick thing, because when you were talking about like the family and the Cybermen, so do you think that like they would kill kids, or do you think they would wait for them to grow up and then take their brains and make them Cybermen, or do you think they would take a kid's brain and put it in a Cyberman?
I don't know. I feel like if they're doing what the head of Torchwood said, and they're just cutting out their brains and just putting it in a suit of armor,
Mm-hmm.
I could see a kid's brain working fine with that. I don't know.
There's compatibility there.
I don't know.
You are compatible.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see. I completely don't need like their emotions or their development level doesn't really matter, I would say.
Okay.
They just need to power it.
Interesting how the Cybermen keeps everybody alive, so they can convert them to Cybermen.
Yeah.
Then the Daleks are like, kill!
Yeah.
Kill them!
Are you team Dalek or team Cyberman?
Dalek. After that interaction? Come on now.
They did win that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like Cybermen are the least dangerous out of the two.
Right.
So your team.
But Daleks are my favorite.
So your team
If I
Dalek.
wanted one to win, I'd want it to be Cybermen.
They want it to be Cybermen. So
You want the Daleks to win and everybody be dead?
Brady, it's a simple question.
Stupid?
Are you team delete or team exterminate?
Exterminate. It's
Yeah.
cooler.
Yeah.
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 You?
I'm team Dalek at this point.
At this point.
Yeah, I get
In the series or
in
with
the-
all of your knowledge?
No, in the series.
Okay.
I'm team Dalek at this point. And then it just gets annoying.
Uh-oh. Okay.
And then I'm team Cyberman. And then I'm like, fuck this Cyberman. My bill? But no. So, if you know, you know. Anyway.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
doctor knows that Rose is alive because phones are from her mom, because Jackie's like, you know, and the doctor says, I will save her. I will get her out of there. I will give my life. No. He's like, yeah, I promise. Did you know she was going to go down at that point?
Yeah.
After the doctor promises something, it's like, oh,
should have done that. Yeah.
Oh, and when she was getting pulled away by the Cybermen, be like, you promised me.
Yeah.
How heartbreaking is that?
But also, like, he didn't promise he'd keep you alive.
He did.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why I was like, damn, immediately you can't. But I do like how he was like fighting for her, like, no,
Yeah.
give her back to me.
Yeah. He no matter how much shit he gives her,
He loves her.
he loves her.
Yeah.
That's Rose's mom.
Come on now.
It's Jackie.
Yeah, Miss Jackie.
Also, Jackie saved herself.
Yes.
Isn't that cool?
Which-
Ran away on her own. Like
Yeah.
mother, like daughter.
Thank you. Well, no, if we're going here, so she gets taken by the Cybermen, which I also want to talk about Yvonne and how she's like, you know, I did this for Queen and Country. Yeah. And she goes in and gets transformed, and then the Cybermen get distracted, and Jackie's able to escape. Now, Jackie in this universe almost had the same fate
I know.
as Jackie in the parallel universe.
Yeah.
Which I think is really interesting that they chose to, you know, same things happen. Do you think that Jackie was able to escape just because of circumstance, or do you think because she knew the doctor and has like gone through what she's gone through?
I think because of circumstance.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel
I
like
think it's
anybody. I don't know. Like she saw an opening, she took it.
Yeah.
And do you
maybe
think
it's because of her influence from the doctor that she had the courage to do that.
that's what I think? That's what I think.
Yeah. I feel like Jackie in the parallel should have been like, scared. Like, I'm not doing nothing. I don't want
the freeze.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just like, if my daughter can do it, I can. You know. I don't know.
So I think the influence and circumstance.
Yeah.
I mean, it goes to the same thing. It's like the doctor inspires people to do greater things than they thought they were otherwise capable of doing. Like, that's a constant thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so just love that moment. And you have Rose and Mickey, because the other guy's been sucked to death. Yeah.
R.I.P.
So the doctor gets to them, and there's a scuffle, and Mickey accidentally touches the Genesis Arc.
In my notes, I called him an idiot.
Yeah.
I was like, this is what we're fighting for. You just tripped.
But here's the difference between the 9th Doctor and this 10th Doctor. The 9th Doctor did call Mickey the idiot. That's literally his nickname for him. This Doctor, though, he goes, it's okay, Mickey. They would have forced us anyway. Like, they would have gotten it open anyway. It's fine. You just, you know, was going to happen eventually.
You did us a favor.
Yeah, you did us a favor. So, because you were talking about, you weren't sure how the whole regeneration thing worked at the beginning. Sure, and that's okay. We're learning, you know? Yeah. Because it's like, is it the same man? Is the doctor the same man?
Because, like, right now, if we're comparing, no.
Yeah, I would say
But then, like, yeah.
I would also say
no.
yes. Yes and no.
I can now say I like him better. I could have said that like a minute ago, but like, sure.
Like solidly now.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna not like him for a little bit again next season, and then you're gonna love him again.
Oh,
great. So, Brady, what? I feel like there's too much going on.
We're running away.
Yes. So. I wrote in my notes, Mickey and Doctor like each other now. It seems they finally found some common ground and like actually like each other and have respect for each other.
Oh, sorry, real fast. Before Mickey accidentally touched the thing, we also now know that this Genesis Arc is stolen technology. And the Doctor still doesn't know what it is. Because he sees it and he's like, stolen technology, what?
But don't they say stolen?
Well, they later say stolen Time Lord technology. And then the Doctor's like, Time Lord technology, what? He still don't know.
Yeah. Like, we all have our secrets.
But then, also in that confrontation when the doctor was in the room with the Daleks, quote from the doctor, "I was there at the fall of Arcadia. Someday I might come to terms with that." So it's cool how things are still haunting him. And
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you're at the front lines, but somehow you escaped and you're alive. How? Because then before, the whole, like, devil episode was like, and you're the cause of how everybody died, or, you know, your own... Huh?
Don't worry, we'll get to that in 100 episodes.
I know,
50 episodes.
On the dot.
She's been
marking.
No, it's not episodes, but it's the 50th anniversary that we get our answers.
Okay.
Oh, and then the Daleks start leaving because the Genesis Ark needs 13 square miles of open space to open. So they have to go fly out into the middle of nowhere to open it up.
And the Cybermen and the Doctor have made a truce and are against the Daleks.
Yeah.
Kind of working together.
Yeah. Interesting how the Cybermen are so willing to team up because they offered an alliance to the Daleks, and then the Doctor offered an alliance to them, and they took it.
Yeah.
So,
well,
very different Cybermen and Daleks.
Yeah.
Yes, because the Daleks, they're Nazis.
Yeah.
And the Cybermen, they still have some remnants of humanity, if you want to say.
Okay.
Because they are literally humans.
Right.
Daleks are alien.
Yeah.
This is still, we're human. And so they still have a sense of emotion while the Daleks literally don't. So they have this sense of self-preservation, and we are, like...
Let's set that pride aside.
Yeah. We can make alliances well.
Yeah.
Daleks are like, no, we're the best. We're the strongest. We don't need anybody. We're, you know...
Powerful.
And then after that, I believe we have Jackie and Pete having their little moment together.
Okay, pause. So I love so Pete's arrived in front of the Doctor. And Rose...
He came with Jake?
Yeah, I think so.
Right? They all arrived together?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
It's like, boom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they do talk a little bit about Jackie, and the Doctor's kind of like, yeah, you know Jackie's here, right? Your wife? And he's like, oh, she's not my wife. My wife died. She's here. You know? And the Doctor's like, yeah. And, you know, you can already tell the Doctor's trying to say something. But he calls Jackie. Jackie's running for her life on these stairs. And he's like, where are you? I don't know where I am.
Look around.
There's a fire thing. Oh, the hell, yeah. Wait. N3. Like, okay, stay there. We're going to come get you.
Yeah.
And oh my God, this scene gives me chills. I love that it's the parents.
Yeah.
I feel like we don't see that enough.
Yeah.
And it's them in the hallway. Jackie.
Oh.
Rose is there still. We got Mickey and the Doctor and Pete. And they're standing and they go, she's like, what? But you're dead. Why him? And he's like, yeah, I mean, I'm from a parallel, like, and the Doctor's like, yeah, so, like, you know, it's not your guy, but, like, it is Pete, but he's from another parallel.
Because of the whole...
And they're like, yeah, okay, sorry.
You're right, my
bad. And so Pete's like, but you're not my wife. Again, how many times I gotta say it, Pete? You're not my wife. My Jackie died, and you're Pete here, you know. But he's like, but you never married? There was no one else? Yeah, there was never anyone else.
Didn't you look hate him, though?
I know. Look.
But love is crazy and twisted.
Yes.
Okay.
And he's like, yeah, but you're not my wife. You're not my wife. You're not my wife. And he's like, you know, but you raised this Miss Rose Tyler here.
Yeah.
Really, really good. She's like, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I guess I did.
Yeah, I did good. And then my favorite part, he goes, well, you know, you could come with me, like, come to my universe. Like, you know, all the crazy things I did, they actually worked. And I'm rich. And she goes, I don't care about that.
How rich?
How rich? And he's like, very. She's like, I don't care about that. How very? And I love Rose is just like behind, like, the whole time, just like, oh my God. And, like,
Like the Parent Trap, finally get them together.
Yeah. And Mickey's just like smiling in the back, and the doctor. And then he's like, but you're not my wife. Again, bro.
Yeah.
Chill. And he goes, oh, come in. And then they do the whole running to each other. And then like the embrace. Oh. And Rose, like, I love her. Just, And the doctor, he looks at Rose. He does. He also looks at her when they mention how, like, great Rose is. Yeah. And how, like, oh, you did such a good job bringing her up. He, like, gives a little look to her. But then when they, he, like, looks at Rose and it's just, like...
I like how they're able to get... Yeah. Oh, so sorry.
Sorry, I was just going to say, it was during the line, there was never anyone else. That's when the doctor looks at Rose.
Damn, got me good with that one.
Sorry, you were saying, Bree?
No, got me good. I like how they're like the best versions of themselves.
Yes.
Because her Pete, wasn't a great guy. His Jackie wasn't a great a person. But now, like, they get the best versions of each other.
Yeah. That was beautiful. Yeah. I loved that.
Their little interaction at the very beginning of that conversation. You look old. You don't.
Oh!
Yeah, that was good.
That was good. Oh. It's another happy family.
Yes, they should be.
In the middle of it.
And then the battle starts.
And
the least exciting battle scene ever on TV. It's all the Cybermen standing there. Arms out to some slow-moving Daleks coming in.
Yo.
And the camera is static. But it sounds cool.
Yeah.
Good job, sound designers. VFX was good too, but I just wish... I don't know, it was a battle.
Supposed to be like the two biggest bad, coming together, and it's like...
They're limited in their...
Like, I almost wish this was like a 3-parter, just so we could see like the war, really going down. Because I felt like the war was like, but, But I mean, solution based. For sure.
And so they're all together, and the doctor had learned with Pete, or Pete had learned with the doctor that the doctor's like, every time you guys come in here and jump universes, you're ripping it more, which is bad. So we have that little tidbit. But they're all together. They're like, okay, we gotta do this. The doctor has his little 3D glasses, and he's like, yeah, it's like the void stuff. And as someone who's seen this episode, it breaks my heart seeing how Rose is just like giggly, and she's just so like, yeah, no, let me see, doctor. No,
what is it with the glasses?
Yeah, like she's just like, I'm an excited student. Like I'm, like this is the doctor in his element. He's excited. He's got something. Just seeing her act that way when I know what's about to go down, it gets me every time.
You're a bitch.
I know.
Yeah. And also seeing that shot of the doctor when she has those glasses on and he's like, nice and happy. It's just, that's such a perfect moment for Doctor Who in general. Like, the doctor has been through so much horrible things. But he smiles despite it.
Because of Rose. Because of Rose. Because he's not alone.
They found happiness in each other.
They really did.
They found themselves in each other.
Do you ship it yet?
I can't ship it. It's deeper than that. It's more important than a boyfriend.
Brady, do you ship the Doctor and Rose?
Yes.
I do. But like...
I ship it.
Just like they're meant to be together.
Yes.
But
not romantically.
But if they wanted to, I'd be okay with that.
Because we also didn't talk about the little snippet of when they were on that planet. Like, we don't know where it was, but it was like, how long are you going to stay with me? Forever. And he's all smiling, like, yeah, that's my girl with me. It's so sad. And then the doctor's like, okay, look at them. They've all got void stuff except for your mom because she hasn't traveled between parallel universes. And Rose is like, wait, but we have it. You have it. So we'll get sucked in too.
And that's why you need to go to Pete's world.
That's why you got to go to Pete's world. And he knows in that moment that if she were to go to Pete's world, he can't go see her again. They will never be together again. And I love in that moment, that's like, he almost shuts down and he's like, okay, we're in work mode now because I cannot let emotions.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's just like, okay, so you got to do this, this, and this. And she's just like, no, you can't do that to me. Billy's acting in this. Billy's acting in this is top tier, top notch. David Tennant, as always. But like,
no, she came through with this one.
Because when she's like, no, I'm staying. And also, Jack, she's like, okay, well, she's staying, I'm staying. Like, I can't leave. And Pete's like, no, like, you're coming with me. She's like, I've had 20 years without you. I can live without you, but I can't live without my daughter, who I have been through so much shit. No, that's my girl.
The love right here transcends.
And then Rose, she has this beautiful little thing where she's like, no, because I know the doctor. And like, he used to be alone, but he's not anymore. He has me. And then the doctor and Pete, they're making eye contact. The doctor pulls a thing. Pete's getting ready. Yep. And the look that Rose gives the doctor, just this like realization and like hurt and like, you betrayed
like,
me.
Me and the doctor, we're locked in. We're gonna do this, whole time, boom.
Instantly sent away.
But then no, Miss Girl, no,
hell no.
No, go back, take that shot. Okay, well there's the on button. What the fuck are you doing here, Rose? Go back, you're not safe. She's like, I'm not leaving you. It's not gonna happen. And Doctor, of course, he's trying to like, so he's being mean. And he's like, okay, well then, go over there and do that then. And Rose's like, a little toxic, but like I get it. Like, this is life and death. Like, there's no guarantees here.
Yeah.
So he could lose her and die here, but at least before he could have lost her, but she would have been alive.
Yep.
Now it's like, okay, stakes are now, you know.
Yep.
And they're getting set up. They're doing their thing. They've got them locked and loaded. They're holding on to the things, and everything starts getting sucked in. It's working. Everything's working. They're like, yay, it's working, but hold on, guys. And then we have one Dalek Sec.
Emergency temporal shift.
And disappears.
Yeah.
And we don't see him again for the rest of this episode.
Yeah.
Do you have any theories?
We're gonna see him again for sure. No theories though. But I was like, oh.
I think we'll fight him.
And then we get the most sad ending for a companion. One of the most sad.
Oh, but also, it's going to close. So Rose lets go of the puck thing and grabs onto the lever to save it.
Right. So the lever's going down when it should be up. And so she has to save. And the doctor, this is, I think, the moment he knows.
Like, I can't.
He is helpless.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so she is going and has to let go of that to get it and push it up against the sucking. She has to go against that to pull this up. And then at this point, okay, she's got it up. It's locked in. Everything's still working. And this is all she's able to hold on to. The slippery little handle.
Do you think she knew when she let go of the thing that, like, I'm probably gonna die?
I think she knew that it was possible. But
worth it.
Yeah. At this point, I mean, through this whole episode, especially this part, she's like, I'm either going to die with the doctor or nothing. Yeah. Like, that's it. Yeah. That's the only option for me. Or we're going to be alive and do this together.
With the doctor.
Yeah. But it continues or ends with the doctor, period.
Yeah.
That was her thought process.
The doctor's face as
she's
getting pulled
in.
You can see his soul being ripped apart.
Yep.
Like,
David Tennant is
so good.
In any other situation, he can, figure something out. He'll risk himself.
Just helplessness.
But complete helplessness.
And then when she slips and his yell, just pure. And here, there was either two ways this was going to go when they were writing the script. Mm-hmm. They were in between whether Pete would save Rose or Mickey would save Rose. And they were split. They went with Pete. And they ultimately decided to go with Pete.
Because it's Pete. Because I remember Pete saying, "It's not my wife.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care for that world. I have to worry about my own."
Mm-hmm.
And so like he's built up this mental barrier to protect himself, to justify locking them off with Daleks and Cybermen and stuff. Mm-hmm. But the fact that he was able to drop that for Jackie and realize, okay, this is my family. Doesn't matter which parallel world they're in. This is my family.
Yeah.
And so he gets that moment to save
that's
his
my daughter.
And that is exactly why they went with Pete. They wanted to emphasize that he's accepted her as his surrogate daughter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also kind of hate that though. Because like the whole thing is sucking, but he's there, catches her, gone. Like the second he's there, he would have been.
Yeah, wasn't her tumbling just fucking send
right? Because somehow he stopped her, and then they were able to
power of love. Okay.
I'm just like,
But also, it's like literally 2 seconds.
Yeah.
If she could have just held on.
Yeah.
It closes.
Yeah.
And the music playing, and Rose just bawling, and the doctor just solemn, like no emotion almost, just walking up to the wall. This is the part that is highly influenced by his Dark Materials. The wall between, and just Rose crying, "Take me back, take me back." And then it's like she feels the doctor on the other side. And they have this moment where they're like up against with their hands. And it's like, if you were to line that up, they would have been touching. Which is giving his Dark Materials on the bench. Did you think that was it?
Yeah.
Did you expect them to have another kind of face-to-face?
I was still in the shock, like, oh, she's alive. She's alive. But also, I mean, I get it. But, like, we weren't supposed to see Mickey ever again. That's supposed to be cut off. We're not supposed to, like, that was, like, oh, that's it. And then that many times they said, like, we're not supposed to, the Daleks are the last one. They were never seeing them. Like, there's so many times where you said, like, this is the last of their kind. No, it's not.
People are wrong all the time.
Yeah. So, like, I was like, no, somehow they're going to see each other again.
Oh, like, what? Yeah.
And right here. Because, like, you were not supposed to see Mickey again. Like, that was supposed to be it.
Yeah.
And then we see him again. And I get it, like, we, cleared it up, but, like, it was all cleared up when they first went to that parallel universe. It just got knocked out I don't know, I was just like, you can get her back somehow.
Yeah. And so we do see that. So it's back to Rose, and she's having this, like, voiceover. She's like, yeah, like, I had this dream.
3 months later.
Yeah. I had this dream, and it was the doctor calling me. And I told Mom and Dad and Mickey, because anyone else would have thought I was crazy, but they believed me, and we got in Dad's truck, and we went. And they go to this beach.
And what's the beach called?
Oh, what's the beach called? Yep. Dalink something Strandon. And what is that? What? Dalink. And what does it translate to?
Bad Wolf Bay.
Bad Wolf Bay. I told y'all we were not done with Bad Wolf.
Do you think in that time when she was the TARDIS, whatever, the Bad
Do you
Wolf,
think she knew that?
Seen that? Obviously, she couldn't remember it because, like,
no. I think she did. I think she saw that, and she was like,
"Yep,
everything's leading to Bad Wolf."
Well, staring at me?
Because I have to be pissed at somebody.
And then the doctor, he's burning up a sun to say goodbye. And they can't touch because he's not really there. And I'm sorry, but the acting in this is just literally phenomenal.
Heartbreaking.
It's phenomenal.
Like, I literally felt the agony from Rose.
And he's like, so what are you doing now? Oh, I'm back in the shop. Oh, yeah, that's nice. I'm not in the shop, stupid. Like, there's torchwood on this side. I think that I'm a little bit of an expert. Yeah.
Know a thing or two.
Yeah. Rose Tyler, defender of the universe. Or of Earth, or whatever. Oh. And then, this is where we get into some speculation and some fan canon and thoughts. So I want to know your thoughts. So Rose, or the doctor says, oh, I see Mickey's still around. And Rose goes, yep, it's five of us. Mom, Dad, Mickey, the baby. And the look that doctor gives, Parker knows what's up.
He's like, this is my favorite part.
Yeah.
Let me talk about
Hold on.
So the doctor, he goes, you're not. And Rose takes a moment and goes, no, not me. Mom, some people like to think that maybe Rose and the doctor got a little down and dirty. And the doctor's worried that it's her that's pregnant with his baby.
No.
Now we know that it's not.
No, but even then.
Because
I would have been like, he's thinking like jealousy-wise. Like, oh,
yeah,
you and Mickey.
Yeah. And that's, I think, what they were doing, what they were going for.
Yeah. But I kind of like that.
But people like to have fun, you know. And so they like to theorize that maybe it was like, oh, you're having my baby? But then she says,
and I knew it.
am I ever going to see you again? He goes, no, I can't. And she goes, why? I love you. He goes, I'm quite all right too.
You see? I told you. She was going to be like, I love you. And he's going to say, like, basically, I love you too, but in his own freaking way.
He goes, and I suppose if it's my last time to say it, Rose Tyler. What were you going to say, doctor? Because it was not just her name. No. What was the end of that sentence? What do you think was the end of that sentence? I love you. You think it was I love you too? Brady, what do you think the end of that sentence was?
Same.
I think so too. But Russell T Davies refuses to answer.
Oh, so he's a bitch.
Yeah. One of the producers, though, she's adamant that the doctor loves Rose.
Yeah.
And was like, he was gonna say it. But Russell T Davies, no, he's like, my lips are sealed.
We know it's I love you.
Yeah.
But also, you have 2 minutes. Make it snappy.
But it's them. That
Rose
conversation was so them.
If it's the last... The time is ticking.
And then, but like him in the TARDIS and the tears, and then the last tear comes in. It's just so chef's kiss. And it's so beautiful because we have the doctor alone in his TARDIS, where he was before he met Rose. And we have Rose with her family. She now has a complete family. She's got Mickey and her mom and dad, a new sibling on the way. And, she, her mom and her run, she still has her support system.
I love that, though.
That moment of when she turns around and her just covered in tears, and Jackie just
takes off.
Instantly sprints off for her.
Oh my god.
Their mother-daughter duo.
The love.
It is top tier. The best.
Yes.
The best.
Yes.
And that's what early Doctor Who does so well, is the family dynamic. And that's, again, we've talked about this a million times, but they just lose that in the new Who's.
complaint about the current Doctor Who.
Yeah.
You don't get all the humanity in it.
Yes.
The love and all the stuff, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, so just what's going on with the mission or like what we're doing, you know?
Yeah, but I think I need to rewatch some of the newer stuff. I think.
Hey, guess what?
I think
we're gonna rewatch it.
yeah.
And you guys too.
I think I need to I have to watch Whittaker.
Yeah, you didn't really get through her.
Yeah, because I think if I can watch all of it, I'll realize what I dislike about it. You know?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I did really quickly want to talk about the music in this episode. One, the music's always top tier on Doctor Who, but this episode especially was just so beautiful. It really hit the emotions. It wasn't too much. It was just it perfectly balanced the scenes. And when they were pitching the track to the production team, the artist described the track as representing Rose's unbridled energy and determination as she searches for the Doctor. He later said, quote, "I wanted to get that kind of throbbing, sort of hurt sound of quite emotional rock, because I thought that's what Rose would do if she was hurting and ran up to her bedroom and locked herself in her room and had a good cry, really," end quote. And so the piece uses the same vocal work from Rose, which is like her song, when Rose first enters the TARDIS, thus creating a bookend effect on the whole thing.
I was thinking, you know how we saw, I guess, the companion from the old Who? We had the little dog, the little K9.
Oh, Sarah Jane Smith and K9, yeah.
I wonder, do you think Rose is going to be like that? Whereas, like, at the time, I thought my world was ending. I think she said something like I couldn't, he left me and, he'd never come back to me. Like, I had to move on, da-da-da. Do you think she felt the same way as, I mean, it's probably a little deeper because, like, they're locked in. But, like, felt the same. But then she was able to move on. Then the Doctor comes, hey, you can come back with me, da-da-da. All this time later, she's like, nah, I'm good. I had my time.
Like, if the Doctor was able to get back to Rose, do you think?
So, like, that whole situation, okay? And then Rose now. I mean, even though it's, like, impossible.
Yeah, they're cut off. Yeah.
Do you think, obviously, she's going to have to move on. She's working with Torchwood. Now it's been 20 years, or whatever, Doctor comes somehow.
No, I think Rose is down bad for her doctor, and I think that Rose would go with her doctor every single time.
I'm probably with Mickey. We have kids.
No, I don't know. She would leave them and go with the doctor.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think so, too.
Yeah. That's her man. Yeah. Like, that is her world, is the doctor, and she will do anything and everything.
Yeah.
You know?
Damn. Yeah. I was like, do you think she'd, like, end up accepting?
No.
Dang.
Do you think she would, like...
I feel like a touch, like, she is 19 or 20, 21, whatever she is now, but, like, so, you're young, you're in love, whatever, like, this is your whole world. But, like, as time, like, you'll come to accept it and, like, move on and be happy with where you're at. But I feel like she would end up.
Because it's like, okay, she's kind of following in the Doctor's footsteps as much as she possibly can on this universe, because she's still working with the alien technology and, like, doing... defending the Earth. Like, that's such a Doctor thing to do. And so she's, trying to keep that connection as much as she can in her,
But that's kind of
bubble.
What's her name?
Sarah Jane Smith.
Sarah Jane Smith. That's kind of what she did, though.
Yeah.
She ended up being a little...
Not as hardcore, though.
Not as hardcore.
But yeah.
Yeah. I guess we'll see.
Yeah. So this episode, and I know we haven't gotten to Donna yet, but I don't want to get there quite yet.
Yeah.
But this was one of the top-rated Doctor Who episodes ever.
Oh, yeah.
Given almost perfect scores.
Yeah.
And it held the like, top popular episode for Doctor Who for nearly 2 years.
What took its place?
An episode called The Stolen Earth.
Which Doctor?
I won't tell you.
Why? Which season?
I won't tell you.
What?
Do you remember? Do you know what that one is? Okay.
Nope.
I know what it is. Because I'm the Doctor Who expert. But anyway, just getting to the very end here.
Yeah.
The doctors just lost Rose officially.
Mm-hmm.
No more seeing her at all. He said his goodbye, the only last chance he got. And some random ass lady in a wedding dress. Where am I? Who are you? What am I doing here?
He's like, you can't, what? You can't.
Instantly, it's Donna.
There's no time to grieve, no time to mourn. He's probably like, nah, I love this.
I hate going into my emotions. Therapy, who needs that shit?
Boom, it's the next, yeah. Hello?
Who is this woman?
She's from The Office.
Yeah. Do you think she's an ex-companion?
I did. I know she's a companion. She's the next one.
Okay.
Boom, right there.
Boom, right there. Ready to go.
Bye, Rose. All right, Donna.
Yep.
I love that she's so different from Rose.
I was gonna say, literally
I love
black
that she's
and
fucking
white,
angry and decisive, and also doesn't care about shit.
Yeah.
Like, she cares about what she cares about, and then
Her own thing, her own world.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love her energy.
Yes.
I love her.
So what would you rate this episode?
10.
9.75.
Girl, shut the
I'm
fuck
only
up.
saying 2.5 because I wish there was more of a war. You know.
I have to agree. Yeah.
You know?
How they all just get sucked out, and then that's it.
Like, yeah.
I do wish there was another episode or something where they could fight it, but also, whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
But just like with the top two. Just a little more.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this
Or like a little longer episode, we saw a little more war.
You'll get that.
Good.
I'm gonna give this one a 10.
Mm-hmm.
Stolen Earth, though, is my favorite finale.
I gotta look this up.
With your favorite companion?
Brady. Bree, look away.
Okay.
Brady.
I can't read lips, so.
Yeah.
Nah, we're gonna over.
What number was that? The number I was holding up was the season.
Yeah, I just Googled Stolen Earth Doctor Who,
Oh.
so that pulled it up.
Okay.
Do you remember it?
Swear to God, if you don't remember it, I'm breaking up with you.
What?
You know what? Yeah, you know what it is, right? It's.
I know what it is.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Is it a 10?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a 10. It's 100 out of 10.
It is it's on par with this episode at the least.
No, it's it's above and beyond this episode. This episode is amazing, beautiful.
It has to be Lieutenant.
I can't tell you. I literally, it is the best finale in the whole entire world. Best finale.
Do you agree?
I mean, it's been so long since I've seen it, but
He agrees.
yes.
He agrees. And you will agree.
What season?
I can't tell you. So here we are at the end of Rose, the end of her story. We're on to new adventures. Next episode we're watching is just episode 14, the Christmas episode, the Runaway Bride.
Let's get to know her.
Let's get to know Donna.
Let's get to know Donna.
So watch that next Wednesday. Follow along on the TBR Podcast. Everywhere.
Dude, sorry.
What?
Rose, we're done.
We're done with Rose.
Good riddance, am I right? Best companion there ever was.
Yeah. I'm standing by it.
Yeah,
I think I'm going to stand by it. There's just no way.
She's not my favorite, but I think she's the best companion.
Ooh. What do you think?
I agree with
I'm
that.
Gonna say,
I agree with that.
I'm going to say she's the best companion, and she's my favorite.
No, you're gonna do
Really?
Yeah, I think so. I think the Doctor's favorite companion is Rose.
Would you agree?
I think so.
Yeah?
Definitely.
Yeah. But my favorite companion is not Rose. But Rose is, for the longest time, she was my favorite.
Not your favorite.
She's not my favorite anymore. She's like top 3.
Top 3?
Yeah.
Is she number 2?
I think so. Sometimes, like, I go between her being 2 or 3. She's 2, I think, right now. Number 1.
It's like, how does it get better than
I know.
Number 1. You know who? The laughs. The one that has the best, like, we are besties.
Huh?
Oh my God, Brady, learn to read lips.
I'll teach y'all sign language. Sorry.
Close your ears.
Okay.
Oh.
She's number 1.
Okay.
Oh, and then number 3, sometimes number 2 is
The other one.
yeah, you know, for okay, 11.
Yep. We're gonna see your favorite companion. Was season number 2?
This was the end of season 2, yeah.
We're gonna see your favorite companion season 5.
Season 5? Okay.
How close am I?
Oh my God. No.
Watch that be the one you hate.
Fuck Laura. Look, her story's interesting to begin with, and then they just fucked it up, and we'll get there when we get there, but fuck Laura. I'm saying it every single episode.
Wait, your favorite companion is what season? Can he say that? Can he answer?
Don't say what season.
Okay.
But who is your favorite companion?
Wait, can he say which companion?
No.
Damn.
Close your eyes.
Okay.
Or close your ears. Yeah. Who's your favorite? Okay. Yeah. My number 2 sometimes 2, sometimes 3 is the same as
is his favorite.
his favorite.
And her favorite is it in your top 3?
Would you say my favorite's in your top 3?
Her favorite is my 3.
Your 3. Rose is 2?
Yeah.
Damn.
Ooh, I can't wait to see. Okay.
Number 4 though. Number 4 is my girl.
Donna.
No.
Damn.
Number 4?
Yeah, my
Companion 4?
Yeah, like of my ranking.
Oh.
You know who? The one who should have gotten more screen time.
A companion?
Yeah.
Didn't have enough screen time?
She was literally there for 1 season.
Donna. Sorry.
Hey, we're going to watch all these. We can talk about it then. I know.
Then why are you acting like you don't know? We'll cut this shit out. Pissed.
Okay.
So yeah. So follow along at the.tbr.podcast on Instagram. We have a calendar so you can watch along with us, know exactly what episodes we're watching when. Like I said, though, next one is going to be the episode 14, Runaway Bride Christmas episode, and getting ready for the new season.
Oh, this is really good.
So,
all right.
goodbye.
Goodbye. We'll see you next time. Brady.